Welcome back, Nerd Squad. I'm your host, and today we be counting down the top 10 Justice League battles that you might have missed. But before we get started, make sure you click that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Also, let me know in the comments which battle you think is the most insane. Is it going to be Darkseid or an even greater threat? Let me know in the comments below. Now, over the years, DC's heroes have teamed up to form one of the most powerful groups of all time. The Justice League, from the Justice League of America to the Justice League International, and even the Justice League Unlimited, these teams have taken on some pretty crazy threats. And today we're counting down the top 10 Justice League battles that you might have missed. This list is coming from my own personal opinion and research. We've pulled some awesome clips and images to help bring some of these amazing stories. But if you want to learn more about them, feel free to check out the description below. Alright, let's get into it. Number 10, the origin. Now when it comes to epic origin stories, nothing beats the Justice League forming and taking on their first enemy together. In our first story, we are brought into the world where the Justice League has not yet formed, but all of the heroes are active in their own ways. Batman discovers some strange activity happening around the world and decides to investigate, only to find that all of these activities are being controlled by one man named Gustav, and his forces attack Wayne Manor. But before he can do any damage, Batman escapes to his computer and uses it to contact Superman. As they begin working together to take Gustav down, other heroes such as Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter join in. Even though some tension is present among the new team, they eventually overcome it and defeat Gustav. They then form the Justice League with the goal of protecting the Earth from future threats. 9. Flashpoint Paradox. Next, we have an insane story from the Flashpoint storyline. Now, in this reality, Barry Allen is unable to stop the murder of his mother and becomes consumed with rage and sadness. He ends up using his powers to change the past, which creates an alternate timeline. In this altered reality, Superman is a ruthless dictator who rules over the world alongside his army of Amazons, and Nimisera is now located in the United States. Batman is a brutal vigilante who operates under the orders of the police force, and Wonder Woman is a fierce warrior who is currently at war with Ock. As Barry tries to restore the timeline to its original state, he finds himself teaming up with Batman, Wonder Woman, and the unlikely ally of Green Lantern. Together, they must face off against Superman and his army to prevent the destruction of both realities. Talk about some big stakes. Number 8, Forever People. Now, in the Fourth World storyline, there is an entire multiverse that is at risk when Metron and his army of Paregmans invade Earth and attack the Justice League. During the conflict, Metron learns that there is another race of people known as the Forever People who possess abilities similar to his own, realizing that they could be a threat to his plans. Metron and his minions set out to destroy them. However, the Justice League steps in to defend the Forever People. As the two sides clash, Metron uses his vast knowledge and power to gain the upper hand. Despite being outnumbered and outmatched, the combined strength of the Justice League and the Forever People proves to be too much for him and his forces, and they are eventually driven back. Number 7, Grid. Now, in the Dark Days issue of Justice League, the team is sent to investigate the source of a mysterious signal that seems to be coming from space. When they arrive, they discover a massive grid-like structure that is emitting a powerful energy surge. Upon further investigation, they realize that the grid is actually a weapon of mass destruction that is capable of destroying entire planets before they can decide on a course of action. The Justice League is attacked by a group of robotic drones that are controlled by a mysterious entity known only as the Controller. Despite being outnumbered and outmatched, the Justice League fights back and manages to take out most of the drones. However, the Controller proves to be a powerful and elusive opponent and manages to escape, determined to stop the Controller and prevent the destruction of any more worlds. The Justice League sets out to find him and bring him to justice. No! 6. Justice League vs. Avengers! Now, in our first crossover of this list, we have the Justice League vs. Avengers Ultimate Edition Part 3. Now, this is a 4-part event that takes place in the DC Universe and pits the Justice League against the Avengers. The event kicks off with a bang when Superman and Captain America go head-to-head in an epic showdown. As the fight rages, the other members of the Justice League and the Avengers are forced to choose sides. Wonder Woman and Black Widow end up facing off against each other, while Flash and Iron Man go toe-to-toe in an intense battle of speed and power. Meanwhile, Aquaman and Hulk team up to take on the villainous Brainiac, who's using the Infinity Gauntlet to drain the life force from the citizens of Coast City, with the fate of the universe hanging. The heroes must put aside their differences and work together to defeat Brainiac and restore balance to the cosmos. No. 5. What if there was nitrogen monoxide Superman? Now, in the What If, there was no Superman. Storyline. We are introduced to a world where Krypton was destroyed, but baby Kal-El was never sent away. In this reality, Superman is dead, and the world is under the control of Lex Luthor, who has become a powerful and ruthless dictator. Without Superman to protect the planet, the world has been plunged into chaos and destruction. In the midst of this despair, a group of unlikely heroes emerges. These include Supergirl, Steel, Batwoman, Cyborg, and Plastic Man. Together, they must band together to take on Lex and his army and restore balance to the world. Number 4, Darkseid Club. Now, in our next story, we see the Justice League take on an enemy that's incredibly powerful. Darkseid and his forces arrive on Earth and begin attacking the Justice League. He uses his Omega beams to blast through the ranks of the heroes and easily takes out several of them. The battle quickly turns into a massacre as Darkseid and his minions prove to be too powerful for the Justice League to handle. It seems like all hope is lost until Superman rallies the troops and leads a desperate counterattack. Despite being severely outnumbered and outmatched, the Justice League refuses to give up. The battle rages on and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. No. 3. The Nail. Next, we have the What If. There was no Superman storyline known as The Nail. This story takes place in an alternate universe where Superman never came to Earth. Without Superman to protect the planet, the world is in chaos, and the Justice League is scattered and demoralized. Lex Luthor has used this opportunity to take control of the government and has declared himself president. He rules with an iron fist and has outlawed all forms of terrorism. In this dark and hopeless world, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern must unite with some unlikely allies to take on Lex and restore balance to the world. No! To New Gods. Next up, we have a story that brings forth an adjeweled enemy of the Justice League, the New Gods. This story takes place in a world where the old gods have been defeated and the new gods have taken their place. These include Darkseid, Mr. Miracle, Orion, Granny Goodness, Disod, and Mantis. Now, Darkseid and his minions attack Earth, and the Justice League is sent to stop them. The battle is epic and the stakes are high as the Justice League faces off against some of the most powerful beings in the universe. The fight goes on for days, and it seems like the Justice League will never win. Just when all hope is lost, Superman makes a heroic sacrifice that gives the League the opening they need to defeat Darkseid and his minions. Alright, before we get to know one, don't forget, we have another video coming on this topic. So click that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Also, drop a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Now, for our final battle, we have to look no further than the final battle, part 1. Justice League. Now, the Justice League faces off against Steppenwolf and his army of Paris. The battle is fierce, and the stakes are high as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. The Justice League is badly outnumbered and outmatched, but they refuse to give up. They fight with all their might, but it seems like they may not be able to win. Just when all hope is lost, Superman returns and joins the fight. With his help, the Justice League is able to turn the tide of battle and defeat Steppenwolf and his minions. And there you have it, folks. 10 insane Justice League battles that you might have missed. Which battle was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and click that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay safe and stay nerdy.
Follow Unlimited League Zone. Like, share, and subscribe for more superhero battles.